Hey guys, I got a new video for you today, and we're going to be looking at a light that I've been testing out for a couple weeks now. This is from ThruNite. And before I get started with the video, I did want to mention that ThruNite is having a flash sale from May 15th to May 31st. I'll leave the information for the flash sale in the description below, and I'll also pin it to the top comment. So if you guys are interested, they're running that sale. Go ahead and go over to the ThruNite website and punch in the code that's going to give you some discounts on some of their flashlights on the website. So this is a look at the TC15 from ThruNite. They sent it over so I can check it out and show it to you guys. I've been carrying it around for a couple weeks now, so I have all the accessories out here. This is the box that it normally comes in. It tells you again ThruNite TC15. And this is the cool white model. Besides that, inside of the box, you do have a couple of accessories. You have a holster here. I normally don't use the holster, but it's nice that they included. It's a nice quality holster if you want to use it. They also have an accessory pack here that has a lanyard, a couple of spare O-rings, spare doors for the USB charging port, and then a spare switch there. And then because this is a USB rechargeable light, you also have the USB cord here, so it's micro USB to standard USB. And then the light itself, again, this is the TC15 from ThruNite. This is a great EDC flashlight because it gives you a lot of different outputs, especially the turbo output. But it's also a small compact form factor, which is really nice. It is a side switch light, so you don't get a tail cap switch, but you are able to tail stand the light. So again, if you're using it to light up a room, that's perfect for that. You do have the side switch here, which will basically do everything from turning on and off the light to switching through the different modes. The other accessory that comes in the box is the pocket clip, which again, because I've been using the light, I've already installed on the flashlight. And then basically when you have it in your pocket, you have about this much sticking out from the pocket, which is great because it gives you just enough room to go ahead and pull it out. And then you have the little hole in the back here to attach the lanyard to it. And then besides that, in the back here, you do have the door where you're going to go ahead and recharge the flashlight via the micro USB charging cable. It is a smooth reflector here, so it's going to give you, some nice throw on the light. But again, it's more of an EDC light, so it's something to use more closer to you. Now, I want to go ahead and show you guys the different modes and outputs. So I'll go ahead and roll in the user manual here, so you guys can read along. So you have Firefly 1 lumen, low 25 lumens. Medium 250 lumens, high 1050 lumens, and then turbo is 2300 lumens, but that's going to be good for 2 minutes, and then from there it'll ramp down to 820 lumens for 83 minutes. And you can see the run times of all the other modes there. And then you also have a strobe, which is 830 lumens for 180 minutes. And then also you have a LED indicator, so it gives you the power capacity here. So if it's light up blue, it's 21 to 100% of the battery. If it's red, it's 11 to 20%. If it's flashing red, it's 1 to 10%. And then if there's no indicator, there's no battery. So that's great. Again, if you have any other questions, you can go ahead and pause the video and kind of read through the different modes there. So taking a look at the light itself, as I mentioned, it's a nice size flashlight. It's an 18650 battery. Now, one thing to note is that the battery, when you get it, might have a little plastic cap on there, so just go ahead and unscrew the battery and take that cap off before you go ahead and use it, or else it will not turn on. So as I mentioned, you're doing everything from the side switch here. So if you press it, it will turn on, and this does have a memory mode, so it'll come on and whatever mode you left it on last, from low, medium, or high, not for turbo, firefly, or strobe. So low, medium, or high, it'll come back on. So it's pressing on once, it'll turn on. Pressing it again, it'll turn off. If you press and hold, it'll actually come on the firefly mode. I don't know if you guys can make that out. And again, this is a perfect mode for reading inside of a tent and prolonging the battery life. If you press it, it'll turn back off. So again, pressing it on, it'll come back on. And then if you press and hold, it'll cycle through the different modes. So this is low, medium, and high. So low, medium, and when you get to the mode that you want, if you let go of it, it'll stay at that mode. And if you press it again, it'll turn off. And then if you press it back on, it'll come back on in that mode itself. Now from here, if you want to go ahead and access the turbo mode, you just have to double click the side switch. That's going to be 2300 lumens for 2 minutes. So this is perfect if you need a quick burst of light. I can definitely feel the heat coming out of here for 2300 lumens. And then if you want to access turbo, you just double click it again. Turbo warning. And there it is. There's the turbo, 830 lumens for 180 minutes. So So what I'll do now is I'll go ahead and take the light outside, and we'll take a look at some of the different modes outside. All right, guys, so we are outside now. I wanted to go ahead and show you guys the output of the TC15. I live in a pretty populated neighborhood, so this would be a typical usage for me. Right in front of the camera in the middle there is my mailbox. That is about 20 feet away. Then to the right of that, there's a tree that's about 30 to 40 feet away. And then to the left, next to that house, there's some bushes, some hedges. Those are around 50 feet away. So again, this is an EDC flashlight, so it's not meant to be a super thrower, but anywhere from 20 to 30 to 50, even 60 feet away, the different modes on this flashlight should be good. So I'm going to start with the low. I'm not going to do Firefly because, again, it's a pretty bright night. There's a lot of lights out here, so you're probably not going to be able to see anything. So I'll start with low, which is 25 lumens. Again, right in front of the camera here at the end of the driveway, it's around 15 feet away, so that mailbox is around 20 to 25 feet away. So again, it's lighting it up a little bit, but again, it's a bright night. So from there, if you press the button, the side switch, and hold it, it's going to go to the medium, and that's going to be 250 lumens. So again, it's doing a really good job at lighting up the whole street right here. You can definitely see the mailbox up on the tree. That's around 30 to 40 feet away. You can definitely see up there the canopy of the tree, and even starting making out the bushes next to that house, the hedges there. Sorry about the background noise, the car is going by. Again, it's a pretty busy street. And then press and hold, it'll cycle through low, medium, and then up to high. Again, high is 1050 lumens. This is perfect to light up the whole street. Again, doing a really good job at lighting up the tree canopy there on the right, and then those bushes right in the front. So I can see pretty much anything that I need to see out here, and anything that's coming at me from at least anywhere from 50 to 60 feet away, I can light it up and see it very well. What I'm going to do now is I'll show you guys the turbo mode. Sorry about that. The turbo mode. So again, I'll turn on the light, double click for turbo, and again, this is 2,300 lumens, good for 2 minutes. And again, it's definitely lighting up everything. I can even see the light all the way down the street. It's lighting up some of those street signs at the end there. So perfect for a quick burst of heavy light. You can see a lot of the bugs flying around and stuff like that attracted by the light. So there it is. I think it's a great usage, especially for EDC purposes in either an urban or a rural setting. It's going to do good in either one of those. All right, guys, so we're back inside. I wanted to show you one last thing with the TC15, and that is how it performs indoors, primarily right up close. As I mentioned, you have a lot of different outputs on this flashlight, so that extends the usage of the light itself. You can use it outside, as you guys saw in the previous clip, to light up the different things, as different areas in an urban or a rural setting. But what about using it indoors? Like I mentioned earlier, if you're in a tent and you're reading or something like that. So I've turned off all the studio lights. So what I'm going to do is turn off this overhead light that I have shining right now, so we can take a look at some of the different modes in a completely dark room. So here it is. I went ahead and turned off all the lights. So I'll turn off the side switch, and this is the low setting. So again, if I'm shining right down on this paper here on the user manual, as you guys can see, I'm getting some spillback, even though this is only 25 lumens. This is great to light up the room, especially if you want to preserve your night vision. But if you want to read, if you're using this light to read, it's bouncing off of the manual here. So what I would do is, again, I'll turn it off, and then I'll press and hold so I can go into that Firefly mode. Again, this is Firefly 1 lumen, and as you guys can see, this is perfect. I can definitely read anything that I need to read. It's not going to be bouncing back, and again, it prolongs the battery life. So again, the other usage is the ability to tail stand the flashlight. So if you press it, it's going to come on. This is again low, so 25 lumens. Press and hold, it'll go to medium. So again, this is just tail standing the flashlight. I don't want to put it too close to the camera to wash it out, but this is just tail standing it, and the light is bouncing off the ceiling. So again, this is 250 lumens right here, which is the medium, and then if you go to high to 1050 lumens, this is definitely going to, there it is, 1050. It's definitely going to light up the whole room. So the ability to tail stand the flashlight, it's one that a lot of people take for granted, but in a situation where you're using it in and not wanting to use like candles and things like that, it definitely comes in handy, especially in a dark room late at night. Alright guys, so as you saw, this is a very versatile light. The TC15 is a perfect EDC light. Gives you more than enough outputs from the lowest setting all the way up to the high, 1050, and then the turbo for 2300. So depending on what it is that you're going to be needing from the light, it's definitely going to be able to handle that. So as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, ThruNite is running a flash sale. So again, if you guys are interested, go ahead and check out the description below or check out the top pinned comment. Use the ThruNite link to get to the website, and you know, they're doing deals on their Desert Tan T1, which is an all-new colorway of that model. And they're also doing some bundles, so you're getting like 35% off of some of those different bundles by using the specific discount code. So there it is. Again, this is a look at the ThruNite TC15. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Thanks.